Morning y'all. I've started doing something with drivers. I thought this would be an interesting test. I bought an old driver. I bought an R11 from Taylormade and many other old drivers. We're going to retest. Let's see what a driver, we'll talk about how much this cost, how I got it, and that we don't know where the golf world's going to be when all this lockdown and COVID-19 passes, which hopefully it does. Looking at some cheap options of drivers so we can all keep playing golf might not be a bad option. Looking forward to this. I remember reviewing this one, I'm pretty sure, the first time it came out. Let's get stuck in. So let's kick it off looking at the price of the R11. I got this on eBay for £50, $49.99, that included delivery. Came with a rather worn out head cover, but a head cover that works. Little hole on the sock, but they all go there. You can see the condition, it's got a few scratches, a few dinks around the outside, but performance wise, everything I can see before hitting it outside, it's kind of all in place. I've got the movable pad that came on the bottom of R11, so I have it set in neutral. You have a closed and open setting, so as you spin this around, it makes the face sit at different angles. Bit weird. I mean, I hover my driver along with a large percentage of the golf population, so that feels a little gimmicky, but if you are someone who rests it down on the ground, it might make the club sit at a different angle. But then you've also got the fact that the ground surely has to be level for that, and you just need a bit of grass growing. I mean, it just feels gimmicky, that. Other things with this plate to bear in mind: when I used to sell these clubs, the tee would often catch this bit and you can start taking it off. Obviously this one it hasn't, so whoever had this one, it's been around for many years. It's lasted, but I remember lots of them with this red bit coming off, which you're going to struggle to replace now, I'd imagine. January 2011 was the release date of this club, so it's years old. Again, we're going to test the numbers to see how it goes. We've got two tests, distance numbers, and also if I can hit target with it, so accuracy test as well. Now, its adjustability was the big thing with this drive. I think there's 48 different settings because you've got these two weight ports here in the heel and toe where you can switch weights around as well as the dial-in neck, which has been in Taylormade drivers for years now, and obviously the sole plate as well. So Taylormade were very early, if not very pioneering, in the adjustability nuts and bolts on drivers, so you have to give them that. They definitely were the first ones to really go full tilt adjusting, as I can remember. Now I've got it in the R11S standard shaft that came with it, 60 grams. It's in a stiff shaft. 9 degree is my loft I've gone for, and there's your other thing that you got to bear in mind when you're buying clubs this way. The options that I get, and as we test more, I've got a few other brands. We're going to go through a few different drivers of older ilks to look at price compared to modern performance, see what you're getting for your money, bearing in mind no one knows if anyone's going to have any money by the time this is all over. You are going to not be able to control the elements that well, obviously with shafts, grips, dinks, head covers, but all things that you can work into your budget, bearing in mind it's only cost 50 quid. So there's the tech, adjustability. I'm actually leaving it all in the very neutral settings, which is me all over. We've got it dotted up, so we're going to get some data out on the Garden Foresight range. Let's go and see how it does out there. So we see what it's got. So we're all dotted up, so we're going to get numbers. Let's just go with down a range to start. I'm in the neutral setting on the bottom, and I'm in the 9 degree loft. It's a decent sound. It's that real mixture between like good players sound with a little bit of noise, so it's not really tingy. Right, a few tee issues, so we've lost the mat. Again, that sounds nice. I could totally play that. That's not too bad for direction as well, a little taily. But that is my natural shape at the moment. Hit that really solid, it felt. I've just glimpsed at the numbers, fantastic. Look-wise down by the ball, it's as good as any modern club. Sits square, black to white, like I said, looks fantastic. The sound is kind of on the money. It sounds really nice. Like, you take away the dates and the scratches and dinks because it's an older club, and obviously the white does dink more maybe than other, it really shows up because it goes dark. I wouldn't be able to tell if this was an old or modern club just by hitting it. Again, I felt like I ripped that one. Didn't do as well as I was expecting. Again, just a little leaky. I need to just hold on to that. Again, I felt like I hit that pretty good. Not the best numbers in the world, but we'll look at those numbers in a second. Should we move on to a fairway to see if I can actually hit target with it as well? Before we do that, I'm just going to hit one with a modern day driver to compare those numbers to my speeds and strikes today, because they do change from day to day. I haven't been on a golf course for about 5 weeks. Right, we'll just compare a few to my driver. So we've got that comparison for day to day, and it's quite an important point that if you're testing drivers like across different days, your performance has to be worked in if you are going to try and compare them. Just something to bear in mind. Bit out of the bottom. Better hit that one. And again, that's kind of my best shot. So we'll compare those numbers. Before we do that, let's just see if I can hit fairway with the R11. Right, I don't see any point why I wouldn't hit fairway with this club. It does feel like I can do whatever I want with it, to be honest. I'm going to just try and start them down the left and move them back in. Decent hit. Is it just going to miss? Yep, that's pretty centre stripe. Take that. Just a little pushy. Yeah, it's going to miss. It did carry the bunker though. No, that's on. That's a good hit. It was 261 carry as well, I think, that one. So back up to speed. First one around 250. Always interesting when you start trying to hit fairway how golfers slightly change or not their delivery. Something you should really test in your fittings. So smashing it down the range gets you in run rhythm. If the game then changes, like how many fairways in a row can you hit in your fittings, it's a game you want to ask your fitter if they're not asking you to play it to play. Because how does this perform when you're swinging it 3 miles an hour slower than your max speed? Bear in mind, if you're someone who's super shaft sensitive and think that the shaft is everything, I could be changing my club head speed in a round by 5, even 10 miles an hour if I'm hitting a soft driver. How does that translate to the shaft then? Comments down below, maybe. Right, one more. Let's see if I can just keep it from just moving off to the right quite so much. No, that's going to leak, I think. Might make that carry though. Get up. No. I did carry the bunker, not a bad shot. We're going to look at the numbers of those. I definitely feel like I could hit the fairway of those. I would just need to calm down my shape, which is my problem a little bit at the moment with not practicing as much. And also I can see that one going a little bit short as well, but wasn't the best hit. Let's go and check these numbers out. Right, should we take a look at the data to kick us off? Interesting, I think, with trying to hit fairway. There's no reason why I can't hit fairway with this club. I feel I could hit fairway as much as any other club I've ever played, to be honest. So if we look at the R11 numbers that kick us off, 152 mile an hour average ball speed, averaging carrying 152, longest out there at 260 with a 152 ball speed, spinning at 2.5, lowest spin down at 2,000, highest spin at 3,000. That's a blatant miss hit. If we take that one out, it's a 2.4 average spin, and averaging 2.54 average distance. Now 2.54 sounds less than my normal number. Now the issue we got at the minute is I'm hitting in a garden studio and I haven't played golf for 4 weeks plus, like we all haven't because we're locked in. So what you saw me do out there is pick up my driver, one I know that can go up to 270 when I'm swinging. You've seen it in videos. And the numbers with my driver here at the top, 258. Only 4 yards extra distance on average. Spinning at around 2.7. Again, if I take out the miss hit in there, that goes to 2.61 from 2.53. But there's only 6 yards in the total of the, or in the, yeah, total carry of the 2 best hits of 2 clubs. You got to bear in mind my shaft is lighter. Again, there's your balance between buying off eBay and getting fit. Like, getting fit is the best option, but this is just a realistic look at drivers, bearing in mind, like I say, no one knows where golf's going to end up when we're out of this. A £50 driver that allows me to hit it 253 with the option of a 260 carry is a good option as well, isn't it? And then if you look what happened to the resulting club head speed, look, I mean, the Taylormade at 105 average compared to 109 with mine. Mine, you got to remember, has got the lightest shaft, and it's at the end. I've hit it at the end of the batch. I mean, I did warm up, use my speed stick and what have you, but there's always an element of getting a bit quicker and, you know, getting a bit more excited as you hit. So arguably, if I just wanted to confirm the numbers on the R11, you can see my last hit there at 2 107 starting at 103s, 105s. So I would say it's 6 yards if you want it to be. I would say they're very, very close in those numbers. And for 50 quid, comparing the price of a new one of these, which obviously isn't an R11, or my driver there, which is considerably more expensive, that is doing pretty good, isn't it? What do you think then, gang? Post comments down below. Really interested to hear what you think of this. I'm going to do loads more. We've got a couple of Mizuno's, Titleist, Ping, Callaway. Look, I'm going to go through them all. Let's see what you can get for your money out there. Like, if I was starting golf, didn't want to spend any money, I would definitely start here. This doesn't mean I wouldn't get custom fit. If I had the money, I'd be getting custom fit all day long. 6 yards to me, 4 yards, 2 yards might be worth the money if I have it. If I don't, and I just want to play golf, there's some good options out there. R11, released in 2011. Wow, that's not bad, is it? That is not bad at all. Post comments down below. Do you remember playing this club or not? Do you remember when it was released? How much do you spend on your drivers? Have you bought second hand before? Have you bought second hand and got custom fit? You know, you got to remember, you could buy a different shaft. It will start adding the price up more than £50 because you're going to buy the whole thing. Then you can go and buy your different shaft. If you want your different shaft, you could re-grip. Again, that adds a little bit more money. You could certainly pimp that driver up if that's the way you wanted to do it. Just let me know down below in that comment section. Is it something you would consider or not?